Alright, you guys, Halloween Horror Month continues with my Saw series reviews. Today we're talking about Saw motherfucking 4. That's right. It feels so good to curse again. I just recorded a video talking about my favorite family-friendly Halloween movies, and I was censoring myself for, because that video was family-friendly, and there's a couple times where I slipped. So, if you see that video up on my channel, I don't know when it'll be posted, but it'll be posted this month sometime. Maybe today, maybe 2 weeks from now. But anyway, let's talk about Saw 4. Saw 4 is it picks up a little bit after Saw 3 ended. When Amanda, spoiler alert, when Amanda and Jigsaw, John Kramer, died. That's right. And in this movie, the beginning of the movie starts off, we see John Kramer's autopsy. He's getting his autopsy. Then we see Lieutenant Daniel Rigg, who we've met before. We met him in Saw 2. He was in Saw 3 for a brief minute, and now he's going to be our main character of Saw 4. This film is directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, who directed 2 and 3, and now 4. This is his last Saw movie that he directed. And this one is not written by Leigh Whannell. It is written by Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, who I just talked about in my Collector and Collection reviews. And, they're also doing the new Halloween movie. They did the Feast movies. And, they're really good at horror. I know. But anyways, we have Rigg, who's being put through these series of tests. We find out, spoiler alert, Eric Matthews from Saw 2 is indeed alive. Because last time we saw him, it looked like he was dead in Saw 3, right? Now we find out he's alive. Rigg has to go through these tests to save people. But the whole purpose of his game is, what he can't do is save everyone. There's going to be people out there that he's not going to be able to save, no matter how hard he tries. So his whole test is, can you save these people and then still save, Eric Matthews in time? Well, Eric Matthews is being, strung up on this ice block, and Detective Hoffman, who we met in Saw 3 very, very briefly, we met him in Saw 3, he's next to him in this, chair where if, Eric Matthews steps off the ice, Detective Hoffman will be electrocuted. So, and meanwhile, all this is going on. Yeah, there's still more plot story to be told here. All this is going on. We meet Special Agent Peter Strahm and Special Agent Lindsay Perez, who decide to interrogate Jill Tuck, who is the ex-wife of John Kramer Jigsaw. And, they're on the case also trying to find Rigg, because if they find Rigg, they find Eric Matthews, and the game's over. That's their whole purpose. Now, what I think of Saw 4 is, it's okay. It's not bad. I wouldn't say. I know a lot of people don't really care for this one for some reason. I think it's fun. It's intense. The cinematography is good. I've always liked the color tones in these movies. Each one has their own particular tone. The first one was obviously white and blue with a little bit of green. The second one was green and yellow, I would say. The third one, yellow, very dark green, maybe a little bit of brown here and there. 4, we get a lot of blues, we get a lot of green, we get a little bit of, a little bit of different colors. And I've always liked the color tones of these movies. The characters, I do love that these movies are taking, like I've said this before, guys. One of my favorite things about the Saw movies is it is a puzzle, and in each movie you're going to get different pieces, and they're going to be out of place, and you just have to try to piece them together. There's a bunch of twists and turns. It is a roller coaster ride of horror. Now, by this point, a lot of people are saying that the Saw movies are just torture porn. And are they torture porn? No, it's not just torture porn. The thing, I will always defend the Saw movies on the points of the story. This movie is about the story. And, as Tobin Bell once said, the traps will be the traps. The people in those traps will speak for themselves, but the story, it's all about the story, for me, of Saw. And I know, while the blood and guts and stuff is awesome, and the traps are great, there are a couple traps that aren't that good in this movie, but no big deal. But overall, guys, this movie's fucking fun. It's not as good as 1 or 2 or 3, but it's definitely the worst of the sequels to this point so far. But it's not bad yet. It's not horrible. It's still fun. It's intense. You get into the characters. Betsy Russell as Jill Tuck is an incredible character. Especially in this one in particular, because you get to know a lot more about her. You get to know about the relationship between her and John Kramer, which we didn't even know about before. You get a little bit of what, Rigg has gone through, spoiler alert. I don't care. With losing, Eric Matthews and then losing Detective Carey, and now, well, who does he have left? He has his wife, and his wife has gone missing, so he thinks, and yeah, it's incredible. Now let's talk about the music. The music's still great as always. I've talked about Charlie Clouser enough in these reviews. I think I'm done talking about Charlie Clouser. He's consistent throughout the series. He scored each and every single one of these movies. So the score has always been consistent. I'm very, very happy with the score. Yeah, I absolutely love Saw 4. It's not as good as 1 or 2 or 3, like I said, but it's a fun time. I recommend it if you're a Saw fan. It's not bad. This one in particular is most about the backstory of Jigsaw. You get to know a little bit of how he came to be, why he came to be, a little bit more on his philosophy, and the characters. Also, you got this present story going on. It's a continuation of a couple characters we met, while also introducing new characters, and to pull all of that off in one movie like they did was awesome. But let's talk about the twist of the movie. There's 2 twists in the movie. One I kind of pieced together in the last movie. That's right. That's a little weird when you can piece the twist for the next movie in the last one. Like Saw 3, I had said something. Saw 4 turned out to be true. That was one of the twists. However, there is one other twist in this movie, like I said with the last couple, that I did not see coming. I didn't expect. But it was awesome. It made the movie even better. So, yeah. Saw 4, what do I think of it? It's a fun time. Not as good as the other ones. It's not as worse as they get. All in all, guys, I'm going to give Saw 4 a solid B. That's right. I like Saw 4. Not one of my top 3, but I do like it. What do you guys think of Saw 4? Like the video, comment your thoughts down below. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it!